Hello, welcome to this video. In this web hosting introductory video, I'm going to explain to you what web hosting is. Let's go ahead and look at the definition of web hosting. So when we talk of web hosting, it is basically the place where your website files live. The performance of your website mainly depends on your web hosting provider or your server. Now, the thing that is responsible for keeping your website live on the internet is called web hosting. That is why anytime you wake up, you sleep and wake up and type facebook.com, the website is live. Anytime you type your website name.com, it comes live. This is because of a supercomputer called web hosting or a server. Okay, so that is the thing keeping your website live 24/7, 365. In other words, web hosting is an online storage, just like Google Drive, except it has advanced features, something like database management, where you can host dynamic websites. Okay. All right, let's take a look at a typical web hosting cPanel. So a web hosting comes with a cPanel or a control system where you can upload your files. So this diagram displays a typical cPanel account, and on top there you can see file manager. This is where you keep your website files. Web hosting servers are very expensive to buy and also to maintain. Because of that, we rent server space, okay, from web hosting, the big and the popular web hosting providers, to keep our website files. Okay, so we pay them money and then it gives us access to their resources, their space, their server space, and then we keep our website files. So if you are a web hosting provider, or if you are able to provide a reliable web hosting service to your clients, they're going to stick around. They're going to stick with you for a very long time, provided their websites are relevant to their business. Okay, so that is something for you to take notice of. If you're able to provide a reliable web hosting provider to your clients, they're going to be with you for a very long time, paying you monthly or yearly, depending on your billing cycle you set up to keep their websites. Okay, because they can't do it themselves. They can't have their own service, and that's where you come in. That's where you're going to fill the gap. Let's go ahead and look at the types of hosting services we have on the internet or in the market. So one of the types of web hosting service is shared hosting. We have dedicated hosting and we have VPS hosting. The next type of web hosting we have is called reseller hosting, and we have cloud hosting. There are other types of hosting services out there, but these are the basic hosting services I want us to talk about in this course. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at them one after the other. So the very first type of web hosting service we have is shared hosting. Now with shared hosting, multiple websites, multiple users, and multiple accounts are all hosted on a single web server. Okay, making your website a little bit slower. Now this kind of web hosting service is the commonly used ones, okay, and they are also cheap because they share resources with other clients, okay, to cut down cost. Okay, so that's the first type of web hosting service we have out there, which is shared hosting. The next type of web hosting is dedicated service or dedicated hosting. Now this is a single server dedicated to one user. Okay, so you have the resource, you're not sharing these resources with other users, and your website will be able to perform very well without problems. Okay, unlike shared hosting where you share your resources with other website users, with dedicated servers you have your own server and you are dedicated to this server. The next type of web hosting service we're going to be talking about is VPS. Now VPS stands for virtual private server. Okay, this is an advanced form of web hosting where you have full control over the server. Okay, you can restructure this server to perform any task you want, provided you have the skills. Okay, so this is an advanced level of web hosting. Okay, so that's VPS. Let's go ahead and also talk of other hosting services. The next one is reseller hosting. Reseller hosting is a type of hosting where you as a user can run hosting services or purchase hosting services from a particular hosting provider at a wholesale price and then resell their resources to your own clients. And this is the kind of business we are going to be talking about deep in the course. Okay, so this is reseller hosting. The next kind of web hosting we're going to be talking about is cloud hosting. Cloud hosting offers a network of servers, okay, where your website is stored in one place. Okay, and if the server goes down due to hardware issues, now your website will not detect it simply because it will be replaced, okay, by other servers. So this is a network of what? Servers. All right, example of cloud hosting can be, let's say, Google cloud services, and we also have Amazon web services. Okay, so that is the next kind of web hosting, cloud hosting. And this brings us to the end of lesson 1. In my next lesson we're going to be talking about domain names, what domain names are all about. Okay, so I'll see you in my next lesson where we're talking about domains.